Hey, this is Bitcoin Rice. This is the channel where we talk about Bitcoin and other things surrounding the cryptocurrency space. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and do hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping content. Because as I said before, I usually only drop content when there's things going on in the space I really want you guys to know about. And boy, there's so much to talk about right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. So you guys notice, if you haven't, I don't know how, your portfolio is definitely in the red right now. Crypto is crashing, but it's not just crypto. Stocks, all assets, especially tech-related assets, are taking a plunge as we speak. Okay, so let's get started and talk about why this is happening, right? And it's a few reasons why. First thing is the numbers for inflation of April just dropped recently, and it was at 8.3%. And a lot of people are calling that a cool off, which I don't know how in the hell, because the previous numbers were for March were 8.5%. So 8.3%, how the hell is that a cool off? And that does not include food and energy. Okay, the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, does not include food and energy. And you know, they move the things in that basket around to fudge the numbers to make them look good. A lot of people were hopeful for 8.1%, 7.9%, but I knew there was no way in hell inflation was going to go down that much in that short amount of time. So that's kind of what triggered this sell-off of tech-related assets and crypto. But what really hit us in the chest, was Terra, Luna, and UST, their stable coin. All right, so Terra has this stable coin, and its reserves are backed in Bitcoin and Luna, their actual crypto coin, right? And I actually made a video about this guy named Do Kwon, who was the founder of Terra, right? And how they were just buying up. They were planning on buying like $10 billion worth of Bitcoin to back up their stable coin and their reserves. So UST, their stable coin, is backed in Luna, their crypto coin, and it's backed in Bitcoin, right? So when this crash began to happen, remember, Terra, their UST, their stablecoin, is pegged to the dollar. So when this crash happened, they had to start selling off their reserves to stabilize the stablecoin, if that makes sense. So, and that just created like this downward spiral, because they're selling the reserves and their coin is crashing at the same time. Guys, that coin crashed like 95%. I think it's at 99% right now. I have money invested in Terra, so I'm feeling it. Every time I look at my portfolio, it hurts. There's a Red Sea. It's a bloodbath out in the crypto streets right now, and Terra is in the spotlight, or spearheading this crash right now. All eyes on Terra right now, guys. It's just insane. And the SEC and all these senators, they're going to use this as ammo against us, guys. See, they're already young. See, this is why we need more regulation. We got to protect the investors. This is the growing pains, okay, when it comes to our market. Nothing just shoots out, and is perfect, okay? There's going to be growing pains. This is a totally new asset class. But that's not to say that this is not a bad moment for crypto. This is an eyesore for crypto right now. Do not be fooled, okay? And there's a video circulating right now of Do Kwon, who's the founder of Luna, Terra Luna, and it was like 10 days ago now, probably at the time of making this video, where the interviewer asked him a question of, do you think most coins are going to crash? He's like, 90% of coins are going to crash, and he's like, oh, I think 95% of coins are going to crash. And boom, this happened. So the irony is painful, but it's crazy that happened like that in that sequence. A lot of people in the community, including myself, believe this is some kind of orchestrated attack. And okay, BlackRock, right? The biggest asset manager in the world, okay? They had a large holding in UST, Terra, and they triggered this sell-off, honestly, with this Terra, because if you see the largest asset managers begin to sell off that asset like that, new investors especially are going to see that as a red flag and begin to sell as well. So BlackRock came out and denied any involvement of causing the Terra crash, but I don't believe that. There's no way for me to prove that, or anyone else to prove that, of course. But why would they admit to doing that, of course? But I feel like this is some kind of planned out attack, orchestrated attack, to get at DeFi, which they've been trying to regulate and control for the longest. So with that said, Do Kwon, the co-founder, the founder of Luna, said they have a plan in place. They said it's going to be painful, but they're going to stay in it. They're not going to sell off they're not going to completely sell off their Bitcoin. Now, people are asking me, is this a good time to buy it because it may recover? I have no idea, okay? like the fact that that coin crashed 95%, excuse me, 99% at the time of making this video, super risky. Now, I don't know what your risk level is, but if you want to jump in it, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't give you any advice on that. That a coin plunging like that, it's going to be really hard to recover from that, especially a coin that's pegged to the US dollar. So it's going to be interesting to see what Do Kwon does to fix this. But yeah, that's pretty much what's causing this crash right now, man. It's all over the news. I never seen a coin over, even Bitcoin that hasn't received that much spotlight, even when it hit its all-time high. Terra Luna is on every freaking news outlet, which also had my antennas up like, what are they trying to do here, right? But don't be fooled, guys, okay? Even with the inflation being as high as it is, and the freaking, and Terra causing all this confusion in the markets and causing this crash in the markets, don't be fooled, okay? They are still accumulating. El Salvador bought another 500 Bitcoin, right? That's like, it's almost 15 million, 15.5 million worth of Bitcoin. They unveiled their plans for Bitcoin City. So, I mean, it's bad, but I think we can bounce back. At the time of making this video, we're sitting at like 29K for Bitcoin. I got a notification about 3 a.m. last night that Bitcoin had dropped to 25K, but then it bounced back pretty quickly. So it looks like that 30,000 is going to be the new resistance barrier for us, and hopefully we can break past that soon. But right now, guys, and I've said this so many times before, you have to control your emotions right now, okay? Legends are made, and this is not financial advice, legends are made during crashes like this, okay? When they rise from the ashes of the crashes like this, and they ride it up to new all-time highs, that's when you hear about legendary investors. Like, look at Michael Burry. If you haven't heard about him, he was the one that predicted the housing market crash, I believe, in like 2008, and he pretty much, that's where he accumulated most of his wealth, was from that crash. But anyway, so it's just going to be interesting to see where the market is going to go going forward. We took a hit, and we definitely got to recover from this somehow, man. So I hope Do Kwon has his ducks in a row, and he can fix this somehow, or at least recover from it, because everyone in crypto takes a hit when a coin like that, especially a stable coin, crashes like that, man. It's just because then they're going to say we got to protect the investors. The SEC, like I said, is definitely going to use this as ammo. I wouldn't be surprised if at like the next meeting or something, that's the only thing that's on the table, to be honest with you. So just control your emotions, okay, guys? And like I said, it's not financial advice, but buy the dip, dollar cost average. Make sure you're looking at assets that have utility, value. Look at the developers, look at the team, so that you don't get rug pulled or scammed in markets like this, or get hit like this, okay? You don't want to be caught off guard in this market, so please do your own research, all right? Keep stacking sats. I'll hit you guys up later.